assistant professor in the English department.
Go assistant!
I'm here to speak on behalf of the students that I teach every day. And I'm actually going to read a testimony from one of my students who's studying to be an elementary school educator. So I teach children's literature and Victorian literature, so a lot of my students are these educators who are going to be teaching K-12 in the future. And I'm worried about them. I get scared for them. Okay, so this is personal testimony of one of my students who asked to remain anonymous. And of course, I want to piggyback on what was said about the fixed-term faculty. Why do you think that is? It's because those teachers are scared. We're going into a society where you get fired for speaking up. Okay, so that has to stop. Okay, so this is what she has to say. As a former teacher's assistant, the mother of school-age children and a future educator, the budget cuts the state imposes on the school system have affected my life personally and the lives of those around me. So this is one of your fellow students. I was laid off at the end of the 2012-2013 school year. The position I held as a second grade teacher's assistant no longer exists in the county I work for because this is where the county has decided to make their budget cuts and decreased budget. Having the insight of what a teacher's assistant does for elementary school teachers, I am well aware of what my children are missing out on in school now because of the lack of this position. The increase of mandated individualized testing pulls teachers away from having teachable class time. Many parents aren't aware of how time-consuming this testing is. Who is teaching their children while the teacher is doing a one-on-one testing? Well, last year, it was the teaching assistant. This year, the teachers are forced to assign the class massive amounts of busy work to keep their classroom going during the test period. My honor roll student brought home a failing report card this year. I placed the blame mostly on the state, spreading teachers too thin without giving the support system they need to help students thrive. By the time I finish school and am licensed to teach, how much more is the state going to cut the budget for education? How many more experienced teachers am I going to be competing with for jobs because their positions have been cut as well? There's no saying right now what those answers are. The line has got to be drawn somewhere. Jobs are getting cut. Benefits are getting cut. Supplies are getting cut. All while testing demands are increasing. This affects not just the public servants working in the schools, but most importantly, it affects the students, the entire reason why the school system exists. And so I just want to support what that student had to say. She's not alone. I have many other parents in my classroom. They're training to be teachers. One of them came to me today and said, I want to teach East Carolina area because these people need good teachers. But I don't know. He was asking my opinion. Should I stay in this area considering that the pay is so low? So he's asking, what should I do? Should I go out of state? So this is the kind of thing I get asked, you know, and it's sad because the student has so much passion. He wants to help other people. That's what he wants to do. And he has to decide between getting adequate pay to raise his son as a single parent and going somewhere else, you know? It's, you know, staying here to help or go somewhere else for his family. So don't make people make these decisions. It's crazy. Okay, so since I'm the closing speaker, what I want to do and say for all of you is that we don't have to take this sitting down, you know? It's not like there's somebody else out there who makes these decisions. We can determine what these decisions are, and that's what today is all about. So just looking forward, I want to accept responsibility along with everybody else out there because, you know, where we are today, you know how this happened is because we're too passive. You know, we're all scared. We let things happen. We let the other, you know, people make decisions without stepping up. And unfortunately, we have to fight the battle every day. And that's hard because as work gets piled on, we have less energy and less time to devote to keeping our public servants honest about what they're doing for us. So I really want to challenge all of you to step up because that's what it's going to take. This is a long battle. I study history of education, so sadly I know that 200 years ago people were making the same speeches. It doesn't go away.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to work at this. So I just want to encourage people, if you're interested in stepping up to the plate and insisting that we can set the agenda, get involved. Send an email to concerned NC teachers,
Educators.
concerned NC educators, thank you, concerned NC educators at gmail.com. And let us know, and we'll help you to join a listserv about future events. Because I think we can drive the agenda here. We can make a difference, and I want everybody to feel that we don't have to take this passively.